here with our new mission. I've tested it out. So our population here is no longer large enough to survive. They can no longer produce children. Actually, they can, but it is unlikely that they're going to be able to rebound. They just can't work the surface buildings. So we're going to bring them back to the surface. We're going to rescue them. That's what will be our mission in this one. I also test doing a security station on a much older save, and it doesn't seem like that prevents the sunlight penalty. So the problem is if we go to the surface, they have to walk from the elevator to our domes. They can't survive that. They'll suffocate before they get there. I tested it out. But what we can do is we can build a temporary dome, especially one of these micro ones that only take concrete and metals, and we can get half of it. We could destroy it afterwards. So if we put this here, they'll be able to join here, and then we can shut the dome off, or even just say don't work it. The shuttles will then be able to pick them up and move them out. So that's our plan for this episode. We're going to build a temporary shelter for our people to come out, and I definitely think it's worth it. 9 people, some of them are seniors, like 3 out of that, so like 6 workers is definitely worth it. I don't think we give them water. Vapor moisturizer or moisture vaporizer is too valuable, but we will give them oxygen. And the question now is, do we have enough power to run all this? This dome is 5. This is like 2. You use 10. Actually, yeah, we can just use the battery, but I will give them one more solar panel, especially because our solar panels are super strong. So we'll run that. We can run it off the battery. Can we? Yes, we can run it. And the only thing that's going to go into this dome is a living complex. So we should be able to get that going very quickly. And once we have that, perfect, we will go underground. And hopefully this works. I haven't tested the rescue plan, but I don't think there's any reason it shouldn't. We will go to our colonists and we will bring them to the surface. Let's try that out. Slow things down. So in theory, they can all get to this dome. We go here, we can see them, and then we're going to say, I don't think the filters are working, but if we turn the dome off, they should get picked up. Yep, so they're eating food from, that's what they were doing. And the shuttles, yep, we'll keep picking them up. And now it's all about getting them out. And we can always turn the dome on too. And we have the very, very nice shuttles from our sponsor to make this very much doable. So we have enough residents here, and we actually have quite a bit of people to run a building. And what I really kind of want to do is I think we'll start this dome up again. It's better to only have one dome, so in theory you should probably move everyone in, but I really, really want to get a machine factory running, so we can start working on that for our mole hole. I also want to make sure we have, okay, so we can turn, we have this dome off, we can actually just remove it. Interesting. I have never destroyed a dome before. Maybe that's not possible. Oh, it is. It just has to get everything destroyed, so we remove that. And we're going to go back underground. We're going to scavenge everything we can. Mostly for the machine parts. So when you destroy a building, you get half the machine parts. And we'll do that. It would be nice to get the tech that allows us to repackage these, but I think we're just going to get everything but the dome. So we'll get all of our parts. It would be really nice to repackage those factories and these Sterling generators. We'll have to leave one of the Sterling generators to power the drone hub, but that's alright. Get our extractor.
Resources are low.
We have this off, right? Yeah, now it's off. So we're rescuing our people, and we'll get all of our parts, and we'll send them up the elevator. We do also have a ton of crystals and stuff. We can do a wonder. We have 2. This one would have helped us quite a bit if we did this first. I think redoing this, I'd probably wait until we get the Jumble Cave reinforcement. It doesn't say it, so it stabilized the areas around it, and I forget the person who said it, but thank you very much. But it also removes that sun penalty from the sanity, so this would have helped quite a bit. This would be also a really good one, the artifact interface, which would allow us drones to move in the entire interface. It just takes too many electronics and machine parts, especially machine parts. We want the machine parts so we can actually make it to the mole. So let's send everything we can up. I really just want the machine parts, truth be told. I'm going to do one short, and we'll do the electronics too. We can always come back. And in fact, I might just do it between streams. Click the 300 times I need to actually get all of the resources going up. Interesting. There's the ground has remained the green artificial turf. The Europe trade for what? How do we have renegades? I checked. Because I was afraid that there was going to be renegades that were going to be transported. Why is there... Oh, they're the specialty. We did bring up 4 renegades from the underground, but that's alright. We will enjoy their company, at least for now. So, are we actually working any of these? We are. And the diner is actually a good one. I do want to build the. I do want to get the machine parts factory down. So we'll get that built. I think we'll turn off, or we'll put everything in this dome that requires work as low priority, so that the work in this area, and we'll do the morning shift. We rely a lot on power. Although, how do we look? During the day, actually, we look so well. Doing so well. I will do the morning shift. Generally, my thought is we charge the battery, and if we need a little more extra power, we would have that available for the afternoon shift. But our solar is just so strong, and we're doing so well that it's not really an issue. Alright, I built this entire ramp just to go rescue. We will do that very quickly. And come back. I think too, we will bump. Bioengineering is really nice, but we have kind of gone past that. I'm going to bump the rover AI tech up. The reason for that is just so we can gather the metals up. I also want the money. The idea that we might even bump it down. Can buy machine parts. The more machine parts we get, and the faster we do that, the sooner we can actually... I'm an idiot and I dusted our rover. That's alright. If we go down...
Resources are low.
We probably don't need both of our RC commanders. Really? You have to go the long way? Okay, nonetheless, we will only keep one RC commander down here, and we'll keep the explorer so we can continue exploring the underground. We can't bring any of our food up. Polymers would probably be a good thing because that is like a good we could trade. So let's go up and not lose our commander this time. It does feel pretty good to have a full dome. And what's kind of nice too is with those additional females, we actually have a balanced ratio between males and females who want children. This dome is also way more comfortable. We're hidden 80. And it's social that they want, which is the diner. In fact, we could remove one of these buildings and put a the open air gym. I think I'll do that. Help keep our comfort up. Ooh, resources, engineering, so we can't do that. Is that all of the ones we have? Safari, yeah, we're not pulling a safari up here just to do that. Let's get our rocket from Earth and we can launch it. We'll come back. In fact, I should probably check
Resources are low.
if there's any rare metals. Yep, there are, and we want to bring those up. I don't mind bringing the full amount because I know they're not getting consumed or being stored in any buildings. And okay, all of you guys, we can. Have you not fixed them? There you go. And come back over here and we'll have an extra one. I don't think there's any anomalies on the surface. In fact, we probably won't see any unless we get some from a meteor. That's alright. And yeah, we'll use our transport. I think we were just gathering these metals, and we'll just bring them over here. If we need them at our main base, the shuttles can bring them over. So that is mission success. We have successfully moved our people over. In fact, we were now able to work a full shift. And we have the power up here that we can actually amplify. And the question is, do we want to work?
Meteor shower incoming.
I think we overwork them too. The sooner we get all of those machine parts, the sooner we can actually get our mole hole. And we'll probably put it over here, make use of it. Alright, this extractor's done. That's more machine parts we can recover. Ooh, well, another disaster that we only have in the underground. In fact, we can also put a few more deposits for these waste rocks. We'll move you a little closer just in case you aren't pulling out anything. No, you bastards. You're gonna try and steal the like one planetary we want? You're up. We've already sent our rocket back to Mars, so we should get there in time. We have all the fuel we need. In fact, we have a ton of fuel. Again, I'm going to turn one of these fuel refineries off. In fact, we have... Oh, we did amplify them. That's probably why we're getting so much fuel so fast. Okay. I will say, losing all those people to the underground set us a little bit back on the population, so we won't trigger our mystery for a very, very long time, but that's all right. And I'll hang out, I think, on the surface just to make sure everything looks fine until we get our rocket and send it off. And then I think we go back underground and start. Oh, now you guys want shopping. Can't make up your mind. For that last wonder and for any other of the anomalies. And that will be kind of our plan. We're producing only 4 machine parts. A soul, we need like what, 300 for the mohole? Yep. It won't take that long. What, like, if we import a little bit, it will only be 50 souls until we have enough machine parts. But as our population grows, we'll have more and more people who can work it.
Meteor incoming.
Okay, that's not an actual disaster.
Meteor incoming.
Is it in the same location? Yeah, you don't have to tell me that. There's one other thing. Once we get everything up, we could also get rid of the elevator. That's only 5. So maybe we eventually do that. We also don't need this Moxie anymore. Okay, we have you. We will send you on our expedition. We will
Meteor incoming.
get there first. Yeah, I don't believe you that that's a thing I need to worry about. Perfect. Maybe it was a lie? No, the meteor actually hit this. Is there any
Meteor
supplies?
incoming.
Oh gosh, please, please.
Meteor incoming.
You keep saying that, but half the time it doesn't matter. And then when it does matter, I've been jaded. Rebuilding this does take a lot of machine parts. Okay, no, I think for now we'll leave it un. and
Resources
we
are
have
low.
now officially, I think, abandoned the underground. 32 machine parts. How is it worth it? Like, we could have the underground, those machine parts. I forget where the elevator was. 10. So we would gain 20.
Anomaly
I think we'll do that when
analyzed.
we're closer. Excellent. Rare metals is
Resources
exactly what
are
I
low.
want to be seen from those anomalies. And I think we begin the long task of freeing ourselves, seeing if we can't get through the passageways. There is something down here and there's something down here, but this looked like a dead end, right? Yeah. So hopefully I missed it and this is actually a further way to go through. I thought I explored this way, but maybe I gave up too soon. Else I have no clue how to get further down in this direction. I will say, if you're Brazil, the underground might be worth it, especially with like the max quake disasters, just for all the like waste rock you get it. You don't even need people for that, right? You just come down here, set a little power up with a one of the waste rock. You could even do a whole bunch. Get transports going, get a few RC commanders, or get that wonder, even better. And just have tons and tons of waste rocks in which you can change over to rare metals. I think if I do the like a achievement run, I'll definitely take Brazil then. They are one of my favorite ones to begin with. What happened to all your drones? Oh, your drones got stolen. I will say I don't particularly appreciate
Meteor
the
incoming.
that was very close. Our expeditions stealing them from the underground. I kind of wish it would only do it from the surface. Mostly for that reason where now we don't really have any drones down there. So if that keeps happening, we'll need to actually rebuild it, the elevator, and we'll end up sending drones down and we will take up. Can you, one of you rescue? Thank you. We'll send you to Earth. We'll get machine parts back and we will send you those rare metals and then we'll have another trip ready. Our population now again is a little on the older side, so we'll die off and we'll have additional space while we produce children and wait for them to grow up. it does feel kind of bad to
Research
give up
complete.
on the underground. Oh, cool. Rover AI. Perfect. We can automate this. They won't have anything. Go off. Gather resources. I don't have to worry about you. We should have a ton of metals and a ton of polymers coming in. So we're probably like a third of the way with once we get the machine parts from Earth. I think we just focus on getting our mole hole, and that will pretty much solve any of our problems. We do need more concrete. I think we have a lot of concrete in the underground. Do we? No. Okay, that's not a particular issue. We have to set up a little like mining expedition, and we can kind of do it, I think, over here. I did that last time, and we can make use of both of these deposits. So, in fact, it's actually going to be a little easier because we don't really need very many solar panels, right? Each solar panel is 10. Quick. Yep. So one solar panel will be able to power both of these during the day. And if we select, oops, not storage. I wanted a universal depot. Turn basically everything off. And we can just move it down to like 1. And a few concrete deposits so they can store everything. We should be all set. Please prioritize. Experimental rocket. A new rocket engine has been developed by our sponsor on Earth. We've been offered the dubious honor of testing the first prototype. Sure, we'll totally take a free rocket. We should probably get rid of those or fix them. Probably end up getting rid of them. And I think, so I don't forget, we'll call this quits once we get our rocket going back to Mars. But I would love to hear your opinions of the underground. I think it added a sense of exploration, which you really didn't get, of like active exploration. I should say, well, you didn't really get that in the base game of Surviving Mars. With that said, I think it's a lot of challenge for not a lot of rewards. Those deposits down there are very rich, very high, but you, on the surface, on a minimum resource map, the surface has way more resources than you could ever make use of for like 1,000 souls, and that's even without a mole hole. So that said, I don't know how worth it is to make it. I will say we did
Funding received.
go there very, very early, so we skipped a lot of those like texts that help improve survivability down there, and maybe that makes it easier, but that also means that's tech in which you're not using for other things that you could make use of on the surface without kind of jumping through those hoops. I think we get as much machine parts as we want. We have a few here, but if you guys have any of your opinions, do am I missing something? I think too, like, I kind of understand why they don't have the spires because like the height limitations, but that feels like another just like nerf to being underground, because the spires are one of the cooler aspects of it, where you're specializing your domes, you're like making the hard decisions of like what do you choose to put in your like dome, and you get only one no matter the size unless you have a breakthrough. So losing that also feels like, it kind of makes sense like logically, but it feels like a weird nerf too. If I'm missing anything, please let me know. If you guys have like a different opinion, or if you agree, let me know in the comments. I'm just really curious. And one last opinion. I think it's kind of a late tech. this one, the prefab refab, I will say this tech I actually think I would really, really, really like. The idea that you can kind of repackage your buildings, like how did we make these prefabs? Is it only an Earth thing? To be able to do that on Mars, and like rejigger your base. I think this was like a really nice tech. It's unfortunately that it's so expensive because it would be, it's probably like the only tech that's I think pretty interesting. I know there's the like booster to like the drone hubs and stuff, but I think this one's a really cool idea where you can kind of as you expand, you can then form your base, move things around more freely without that 50% reduction. So that's like the only tech that like really stands out. I'm like, oh, I kind of actually wish this was in the base game. Like that was a really good idea. Without further ado, this is Furnace Lycon, sign off, and I'll see you guys in the next episode where we continue probably doing our mole hole, and we'll continue trying to explore on the underground. So I'll see you guys next time.